Greetings, citizens of the internet! You can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome back to my extremely riveting Let's Play of Kirby's Dream Land 3. In the last episode, we did the 4th and 5th stages of Iceberg, and in this episode, we're going into the 6th stage, which has some very, very, very awesome music. Okay, one of these doors has picture and I don't know which one it is. I'm going to guess it's this one. Yes, it is. One weird thing about this game is that spittable stars do more damage to mini bosses do more damage to mini bosses and bosses than copy abilities, which is a bit weird when you think about it. But here's a bunch of Sparkies, and I finally get to show off Spark Pitch. It's a Christmas miracle. Oh, we didn't even need to fight a mini-boss here. Basically, the idea is you go climb this tower and you fight mini-bosses. And I really like this because it gives like a dramatic semi-finale to the game just before the boss of Iceberg, which if you couldn't already tell is King Dedede. And this is Blocky, the evolution of Rocky, like as in Pokemon evolution. And actually that's doing a lot of damage. What am I talking? Does this do more or less damage than stars? I have no idea, but this is actually pretty cool. Oh, I don't want to destroy Blocky because we need rock for the next part. The idea is you use copy abilities to break blocks to get feathers, and you also get a Peppy Cola because why not? But anyway, there's a level a bit like this in Kirby's Adventure, and obviously since the next boss is King Dedede, I might as well say that I really like the Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland version of King Dedede's theme because it sounds kind of tense because it feels like you're really climbing his tower, chipping away at his forces. Actually, well, since I don't, it's jumper shoot and it just like really feels like you're climbing a tower, chipping away its forces. That completely missed. And it just sounds really dramatic. And even though they didn't use that music with the King Dedede battle, they used the Fountain of Dreams theme from Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is literally Gourmet Race remixed. Because as you all know, there are only 3 pieces of music in the entire Kirby franchise series thing, whatever. Green's Butter Building and Gourmet Race. And sometimes a piece of music from Kirby 64. And I don't really know what to talk about, so here's here's the obligatory Kingdom Hearts mention for the video. I've talked in the past about wanting to see a Cars world in Kingdom Hearts 3, but at one hand, it would create a lot of buzz, because remember the Cars 3 trailer. Cars is one of those things you're supposed to hate, but it certainly gets people talking. But on the other hand, something that seems far more likely is the character of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit being in there. And oh, come on! Because like once I saw this fan art, which is basically Sora taking the Mickey tis out of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, because like holding him and was like, I didn't know the king had a little brother, because that is a yes, because apparently Sora sounds like my oral voice from Wind Waker HD, we hardly knew ye. And it's like, put me down this instant! And he is Oswald, by the way, because Oswald also apparently sounds like RL. Like, King Dedede's theme, which you'll be hearing soon, because obviously, as I just said, he's the boss of this level. It sounds a bit out of place in this game because this is the in Kirby Superstar. They extended King Dedede's theme, so it has this bit that goes da 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 da. Da 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 and the problem is part of that is the main motif riff, whatever you want to call it, of Kirby Superstar. So it just sounds really out of place in later games, and for some reason they made King Dedede's theme the regular boss theme in Kirby Master Tag. I mean, while TV tropes is all like, oh, King Dedede's theme wasn't originally King Dedede's theme, it was originally the theme for Castle Dedede and his boss battle. Gee, I wonder how it became King Dedede's theme. Also, the intro of King Dedede's theme is supposed to contrast with the intro of the boss theme for Kirby's Dream Land 1, which surprisingly sounds very dire. Also, I've seen people say that the music that plays in here sounds like Spyro music, so make of that what you will. It certainly does sound like nothing else in the game in the good way. An example of something that sounds like nothing else in the game in the bad way is the final boss theme of Klonoa Daughter Phantomar, which we'll get to eventually. Because I don't want to vomit out spoilers for a game I'm going to Let's Play soon, because that's even ruder than vomiting out spoilers for this game. And also, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, well, I've seen people like compare the music that plays in the final level of Kirby Triple Deluxe to Kingdom Hearts. And also, I don't want to accidentally... Oh, come on! No, I won't be able to get this heart star, so I'm going to have to go through this all again. Anyway, what I was going to say is, I was going to talk about some characters who appear in Triple Deluxe who appeared in a previous Kirby game, and then I just kind of changed my mind because, for starters, I'm sort of kind of ish maybe considering Let's Playing it, and I don't want to just spoil the game because they are kind of supposed to be a surprise. And basically I was going to say that one of them was redesigned to look a bit like a Heartless, so that was a thing. But also, yeah, the reason why we had random Sparkies instead of a mini-boss for Spark is because there is no Spark mini-boss, and the same is true for Cutter. And this is Broomstick. I've already labelled its name in episode 2. I just kind of got bored of labelling names. It's not a very exciting process. And once again, I'm terrible at this game. So I've run out of things to talk about, better compromise and talk about like actual game. It has a similar design to Stage 5 actually, so that must be like the base of the tower then. Well, of course it is, you can see on the map. But why does this tower need ventilation, if air conditioning, if it's in the ice? And also, why does this country not have, why did houses in this country rarely have air conditioning? It would be very useful, because believe it or not, it actually gets really hot in the summers in the UK because it's very humid in this country. Ow. These bosses jump over your attacks a lot and it's really annoying. I do still want to play Kingdom Hearts though, mainly because I was rereading issue 50 of Official Nintendo Magazine a while ago, and I got really interested in Kingdom Hearts, which I wasn't a bit sure about playing for a while because, and it said that Winnie the Pooh questioned his existence. So that's gold. I used to really like Winnie the Pooh when I was little, and I remember reading the book but I only read like one page of it and I got bored because I had a very short attention. Like I said, not like I got bored, I just never really got, it was a long time ago, I can't remember what my thought process was. And this is Captain Stitch! I don't know why he's called Captain Stitch, but he is. Or like in, reminds me, in the credits of Kirby's Dream Land 2, in the bad ending credits, Sir Kibble is called Load Kibble, which is supposed to be Lord Kibble, which is supposed to be Sir Kibble, and he's only vulnerable when he doesn't have his spikes, so I'm gonna wait for him to eject them, and then spit my star at him. And that did 1.5 rectangles of damage. Wonderful. Okay, why do these mini-bosses all seem to have really random, like, varying amounts of health? It's a bit weird. Also, I was about to pop in the right stick on my Classic Controller Pro to try to smooth the screen before realising you can't do that with console games on Virtual Console. I've already made a video about how putting handheld games on Wii U Virtual Console was a stupid idea a while ago. And speaking of which, I really need to get back to making scripted videos. Like, I recently, on the day, like, not a day, a few days before this was recorded on the 6th of December 2017, I tried to make a, script, and this is an Angel. I tried to script a video about, which basically mini reviews of Spirit Tracks and Children of Mana, but I just couldn't really put my opinions into words, and more Tetris. Beautiful wording. And now all that's left to do is fight King Dedede. You know, I really like games which enter, like climbing towers in video games, because it really makes me feel like you're just ascending to the sky to have for the ultimate confrontation, like Spirit Tracks does, even though it's technically not the finale. And this is King Dedede. In the boss rush version of the game, which is the stage which I've already mentioned earlier, because I was watching a video about King Dedede battles the other day. It's pink. The sky is pink and it rains petals upwards, just like in Grassland 2. What was I just talking about? I changed subject topics really quickly. Like, I really like games where you like climb towers at the end, because it feels like you just go ascending higher for the final confrontation, and it's just like a thing that I really like. And this has been easy so far, but there's a second phase to this boss, spoiler alert. Stars do 1 square of damage or rectangle or whatever, and now he turns into a dark orb with a mouth, which you'll see in a moment. Whee! Well, come on, King Dedede is kind of an interesting character because he's not really, not always villainous, and you don't normally see that kind of. And like, why is Kirby allowed to be more deep than Mario if Kirby is supposed to be for people who are beginning video games, and Mario is, and here's the math, and Mario is supposed to be for like people who have skill. Like, I'm not really like skill. I'm not saying that Mario games are hard, like the hardest games in the world or anything, but they are for people who are better at video games than the target audience of Kirby. Like, why is Kirby allowed to have lore but not Mario? Because as I've said before, the original Super Mario Bros. Had lore. The Goombas used to be allied with the Toads, or they used to get along and stuff, but then they joined the Koopa Troop, and then they never elaborate upon this. Can you put? Also, I like it. The next Paper Mario game would be about like Paper Mario has to unhomogenize the world and stop everyone from, because the world has been like homogenized, which basically means everything looks the same and stuff. And he has to unhomogenize it, but I don't think intelligent systems would be allowed to do that. I mean, at least Super Mario Odyssey is one step towards unhomogenizing Mario, even though I've never played it. I've seen other people play it in like person, and I've seen lots of reviews of it. And I kind of know how it ends because I saw Chari5's video on it. By the way, I'd like to see Chari5 do an everything all with Klonoa, but I don't think he'll ever do that. Don't get your hopes up. Also, what's up with this weird tower? It's trying to look curved, but then because of the way these flat bits are, it just ends up looking a bit weird. It's like they forgot to mode 7. And there's a lot of parallax scrolling in this game. So that's another thing I wanted to talk about in the video. Why is Kirby allowed to be deeper than Mario? The deep and intricate lore of Kirby is actually not as stupid as it sounds, unlike the deep and intricate lore of Cars. Although that does remind me, in Psycho's Let's Play of Kirby's Dream Land, he just starts making a joke where he over-dramatises the manual story. Which is like one of the few games where King Dedede is a villain. And here is an eye. We will be seeing more of this eye in the next episode because, well, you'll see. I don't want to spoil this game. But like other games that end with you climbing towers, well, Spirit Tracks sort of ish, maybe technically. And I just really like the Spiral Staircase music as well. And I'm going to use GUI strategy to get my health back. And then I'm immediately going to lose my health, so I'm going to get it back. And I just failed. And speaking of which, Klonoa for the Wii also has 10 hits, which are arranged into 5 icons, and whenever you take damage, you lose half of that icon, so that's a coincidence. And also the shading on here is weird as well. Like, it's like that optical illusion where a bar's one colour, but it's on a gradient, so it looks like it's like also has a gradient. It's the opposite of the gradient it's on, but it's not actually a gradient at all. Oh, that actually went right through the attack. I didn't know you could do that. Also, I'm pretty sure in Kirby's Dream Land, I haven't played it for a while. I just saw a video of it the other day with the King Dedede battles. It seems like when you inhale and spit out multiple objects at once, it doesn't count as a double hit. Like that Pokemon move, the move that evolves Apom into Ambipom. Or Ambipalm as they... Oh, I used to think Apom was called like Apalm when I saw it, which maybe is where his name comes from, but just everyone in the Pokemon anime was annoying. And everyone in Victorious is annoying as well. I hated every character in Victorious when I was little, and it was around the time when I actually became slightly, like, started to become critical of things. And oh, he's down, and I didn't even realise it. And here are the heart stars. And he didn't do his dance. time in my extremely riveting Let's Play of Kirby's Dream Land 3. We will be going into level 6 to fight the true final boss. Until then, stay interesting!